Tara and Andy's film reviews on OurGamers.co.uk.
Hello everyone, it's me Andy Baines and I'm not supposed to go first.
And it's me, Tara Malik. It's alright, I'll let you change things up this week. It's time once again for another film review, so welcome along. Thanks for joining us. And this week we are going to be talking about Transformers: The Last Knight. It had to be done. Okay, so the latest installment in these Transformer films, which are going a bit weird. This film's classified 12A. Once again, director Michael Bay's taken the helm and... Anyway, starring in this film...
To be fair, it's a Michael Bay film, you know.
It's a typical... Let's have a bit of story and let's just put tons and tons of random explosions in this film and a bit of gunfire. Oh, look, the odd Transformer! Oh, hello, yeah, that's what we came to see. And then some more explosions and shooting and fighting and a plot that makes no sense. Done! Okay, director, we know who it is. In this film, Mark Wahlberg, who I actually really like. It's refreshing. It worked when they brought him in for the fourth one, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I have no complaints about him.
It's better than the other previous cast, so...
Yeah. Well, no, the previous cast worked for the first film, and then it went really, really, really weird.
Yep, Karen.
So...
Just silly.
Yeah, starring Mark Wahlberg, Anthony Hopkins, which was a surprise,
yes.
And in the trailer it was like cool, but we'll get to the cast bit in this review. Got Josh Duhamel again in this one. Well, he popped up. That was a bit of a surprise. Genre, action, adventure, sci-fi. The running time, 2 hours and 29 minutes. So basically 2.5 hours. And you honestly think, why? Synopsis, Autobots and Decepticons are at war, yet again, when are they not? With humans on the sidelines. Oh, yes. Okay, Optimus Prime is gone. The key to saving our future lies buried in the secrets of the past, in the hidden history of Transformers on Earth. Dun dun dun. They were here before.
That description's a bit weird, isn't it?
I know. I think they got a bit confused.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll start with story and script. I've got some funny mo's, but not major, like, nothing major sort of thing.
No.
Some funny mo's.
No, there was some funny bits in it. It's the same as before. You'll have your bit of comedy here and there, try and break it up a bit.
There was a nice opening scene.
Yes.
I quite enjoyed that. So, we changed it up a bit. You got to have a different time period, so that was nice. So, and I wrote a bit of a random in this one. Triceratops. That was really cool.
Yes.
I must have been really impressed at that point.
The Triceratops is called slag, I believe.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, as in molten sort of slag.
Oh,
stuff.
I was going to say, excuse me?
Yeah, the story, I'll agree. I was interested. It was interesting and intriguing early on.
Yes.
And then we'll get to the pace later on.
Yes. Yeah.
It did have some funny bits, as we say. You know, it's the same as the previous films regarding those bits. And it didn't really stay interesting and stuff.
No.
And I
just no.
No.
Just no. I've got... Sorry.
I know I'm going to be able to actually talk about some good things for this film.
I hope so.
But
I feel like I've got a complaint put forward again for another film. Like, I've turned into a ranter. Like, all I'm doing is ranting about... I'm just a film ranter at this rate. I need a decent film so that I'm not complaining all the time. Because it never used to be like that. I think there's a certain someone, and he knows who he is, who's obviously influenced me quite a bit. And if you're listening, you know exactly who you are. Stop being smug. Okay, I wrote a note saying, how on earth have they not yet been shot? Like, it's one of those magical films again where they do not shoot. Like, well, they shoot loads at the main cast,
it's
but
the
there's not...
Stormtrooper kind of shooting.
It's
like,
like,
they don't hit
exactly.
the target.
We had it with Tom Cruise in The Mummy, and now we've got it here, and it's just, like, so much gunfire, and no one gets shot. Like, it's just bizarre.
Is that what you meant by shots? I thought you meant, like, the actual camera shots.
Oh, no. Yeah, that would be weird. Like, the shots are never on the characters. It's just this panning camera of the landscape, and you just guess. Getting paranoid. I honestly got paranoid for when I was first like trying to get into the film, and then I just couldn't be bothered anymore. But I was really paranoid at the start because I literally thought any vehicle in the shot is going to turn into a Transformer. Like, I was like, that's a Transformer for sure. Or isn't it? Or maybe it is. And I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm not going to look at the cast at the front of the screen. Like, I'm literally going to look at every vehicle in the back and see if something changes. But nah. Yeah, that's how I kept myself amused. Like, trying to figure that out. Really not keen on the forced banter. There was quite a bit of that throughout this film. What is that all about? There's a lot of build-up babble, but no boom in this film. That's what I wrote. Sometimes trying way too hard to be funny. It gets old. Alright, how about this? There was some really silly, unnecessary humour. I think I can say this. It's the horny ladies. It was like literally just a facepalm situation. Like, it was so bad. Those ladies.
I can't remember, but yeah,
the
I
group
must
of
have
ladies,
blanked
and it
them
was like
out.
the comments and the just like, what on earth?
Yeah, I must have blanked it out.
Yeah. There were some really odd choices that cheapened the plot and lost the feeling of it as well, which is such a massive letdown.
That is a good
this
point.
film.
It was lost.
So that's
Jumped around way too much.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
I think that's what really bothered me. It's like, pick something and make it strong. And then the way it was done, like, it could have been really effective, but the way it was portrayed, or the way the characters spoke about something in the scene, or what happened in the scene, it just cheapened it so much that I just lost interest. And I didn't if they were trying to make me feel a certain way, all they got was frustration and anger. Like, I didn't feel for a character, I didn't feel for the situation, I didn't even feel curious about the outcome. So that's really bad. They need to kind of fix that for the next time, because they are considering doing, I think there's like a Bumblebee spin-off.
I just realised what one of my notes was.
Oh yeah.
Carry on. Not in this section.
I
couldn't read my writing earlier, because now I realise what I've written.
I think it's in 2017, I want to say. And then the next instalment of the Transformers films is in No, we are in 2017.
Yes.
Sorry, hold on. There's a Bumblebee spin-off at some point, and like a year later, wow, I had a moment there forgetting what year we're in, and then a year later, I think the next installment of Transformers is coming out. I think Andy's going to help us with the date, because I'm clearly having like a Back to the Future moment and not realising what year I'm actually in. Midlife crisis. I also noticed there was a lot of racist and rude comments in this that again were unnecessary.
Yeah, it seemed anti-British. I'll put that in there somewhere.
Yeah, and it was so unnecessary. It's just why, and it's like an odd form of flirting. Maybe it's like, I don't know. If some guy started talking to me like that and that was supposed to be flirting, it definitely would not work. Trust me.
Bumblebee film in 2018.
So it's next year.
And the sixth film in 19.
And there you go. Just getting ahead of myself. Predictable.
Yes.
I have got predictable. Not overall great plot. Few unnecessary character moments. Like, they've brought in certain characters that then had really no purpose, but purely to conveniently move the plot along,
yeah,
I think. That was it.
Yeah.
But there was like, I didn't see them again. They were completely forgotten about. And they probably should have been in there more, or had more hands-on, or part of the adventure. And there was like, obviously who I'm talking about. And I was like, oh, by the way, that person never showed up again. So they just did a bit of a phone call, sorted something out, and voila. So
it was just a way of moving something on with.
Yeah. And I thought they would kind of bring
It's
this person...
so hard to sort of talk about it without spoiling anything,
Yeah.
but just to move the plot along to get him to England and stuff. It's just a phone call, and it's like...
And then that was it. And there was
been a bit
nothing
more?
else. But yeah, like, I'm just thinking maybe they're bringing them... They must be bringing them back for the next one then. And I hope they have a bit more to say than just ring, go here, meet this, do that. Yeah, it's not amazing. Script wasn't great either. Again, poor, weird choices made, which loses the impact. Have you got anything else? Because I am, again, like, on a bit of a rant.
No, I want to finish and move on to the next section.
I'm not done yet, so...
No, I'm not
sorry.
blaming you. I'm blaming the film.
Oh,
I've got nothing nice to say about the story, you know.
This bugged me, and I can't... Can I say it without spoiling it? That was way too easy. It's a particular fight scene with a certain massive someone, and he was like, I can't do anything. Decapitates every single one in one swipe. Like, I mean, it's in the trailer.
Okay, if it's in
and
the
it's
trailer.
like, I'm just... Hold on, what? You were struggling, you can't do anything. Suddenly, in one fell swoop, you've decapitated, like, what, 5? 6? I don't even know. I lost count. I'm still looking for cars in the background. But yeah, so that was it hit me straight away. I'm like, oh wow, suddenly he's got superpowers. New Transformer features that are totally not explained. I'm utterly confused. What's the point? I'm
that
lost.
was in the trailer. That was a spoiler as well.
Yeah, that was a massive spoiler. That was upsetting. But then they don't really... unless I missed it and you missed it, like we both missed it. I didn't understand how, why, where that came from.
No.
What, like, meh. And there were like other bits of the film as well that were really unexplained, so I left with more questions than answers. I wrote, here's a good bit here. Ooh, dragon. Best bit. That is like, oh, it was so good. So, in brief, I guess, it's a film made up of babble, odd choices, both character and plot, tons of pointless, stretched out scenes of gunfire and explosions, and some Transformers. And as I said, I was left with more questions than answers, and not entirely super excited for any more at this rate. If they do, they have to really, really, really up their game, and there has to be a more solid foundation of a story. There has to be more substance. It can't just be, let's just do a film with loads of explosions and action. You can do an action film. That's fine. This is an action film. But there has to be more. There has to be some intrigue, something that makes me go, ooh, there needs to be a really good twist that I don't see, and some sort of massive, amazing cliffhanger that's make me gonna say, I cannot wait for 2 years in the future to see the next film. What's gonna happen? That's what I need. You know.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. If you're going to make tons of sequels, come on, don't lose it. I think that's it for story. I am done for story. I am. I swear. I'm sorry. Shot CGI in 3D.
This is where it shined.
Yep. And this is kind of a strong thing they've had throughout all the films. The CGI has always been great.
It always has, yes.
The 3D was really good as well, especially with the opening scene. I thought that was quite... Actually, no, there were a few 3D points throughout the film that were quite good, to be quite honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it made use of the 3D.
Yeah.
It was a good benefit to have it in 3D. I agree, though, the opening scene with the medieval stuff and the battle and all that was really nice. Really well done. And as you say, the bit with the dragon was impressive. It always was when it was on the screen. Yeah.
And so there were, like, yes, it's an action film, and yes, there were some really cool action shots. So, yay, well done. I just need a bit more plot-wise and character-wise, that's all. Not such a big complaint, eh? Not asking too much. I think that's all I've got for that bit. The
destruction of the stadium and the area, we've seen in the trailer, you know, it's only a little bit... It's obscene, basically, but it was all really well done. Everything CGI is the main thing to talk about in this film. It's the main good thing of the film. The whole CGI is impressive.
Exactly.
There were some iffy cuts regarding the camera, you know, flicking between things and action and stuff like that. It just did not run smoothly during action scenes. Where, you know, like Mad Max, going back to that film, the camera work in that while there's action going on helps the action. Not so much in this sort of film.
No, I totally agree.
Well, at least this film.
Was there...
Slow-mo, sorry.
Oh, no, you do your thing. I'm going to just...
I was going to say, slow-mo was quite impressive and okay. And the sound was good for slow-mo, and I forgot to mention it. There was some decent shots regarding suspense and stuff.
Yeah.
There was one or two scenes that needed it, and it actually worked well. So, yeah, hats off to that.
On that side, they did okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to... If you're not too fussed about how strong the story is, but you really want to see all the Transformers and the action, then they did well.
Yeah, I'll big up the graphics on this. The special effects are really good. The attention to detail, they've done such a good job. I think it's like,
and the sets did look really good as well.
Yeah, it's like I imagine, not a fan maybe, but the people who work on it do seem to put a bit of love into it. Maybe they are fans of the series and make them want to do good. But I will talk happily about the CGI and stuff. Not so much the shots, but the CGI is definitely well done. Chase is not too bad.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
I know there's like the odd bit, but was there a lot of transforming? I don't think there was.
Not so much. From memory.
I think that might just be me then, because I mean, hello, we're seeing a film called Transformers. Something that was always really cool from the first few films was just the transforming. Like, I loved how that was done. You get a bit of it here.
This bit, they're not so much in disguise because they're always being hunted and stuff, isn't it? So maybe that's why. I mean, I'm not giving an excuse. There wasn't much transforming.
I don't know. I just feel like
there
was a bit, just not a lot.
There were some bits towards the end as well. Some interesting ones. So yeah, kind of.
But I was just thinking of that one as well. Actually, you read my mind. No, it's just something that just suddenly came up, and I thought, there wasn't a lot, and I really liked it.
Go see a previous version if you want to see him
transform. Pace. Too pacey.
45 minutes in, I made a note. So far, enjoying it, the pace, and
right.
And you know, and then like my very next note was it's jumping around a bit too much.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, it was like disliking it a bit more and more. So yeah, it did seem to drag on.
Considering it jumped around, it just. But it wasn't anything engaging. I do think this film did not need to be 2.5 hours long. Nowhere near. If you cut out all the rubbish, honestly, you'd be left with like an hour.
I agree. They could have done.
You know, there's just.
They could do so much in 2.5 hours, and it just seemed to fail on that.
Yep. Exactly. Right, what is the next section, Andy?
Casting characters.
Casting characters. What have you got?
The characters were quite funny sometimes. I made a note early on saying I was enjoying the delivery of stuff, enjoying the characters and all that, but then it got a bit stupid. And also there were weird choices, like one of the robots was very annoying. One of the robots I just really disliked. And why do they have
I can't even say it,
can I?
Can I not say it?
What's that?
I can't say who it is, can I?
Well, Hot Rod.
Oh, Hot Rod.
Rod.
Yeah, I wrote poor Andy.
You just made me
Hot
sigh.
Rod wasn't even that good, he said.
When I grew up, Hot Rod was my favourite character from the series and the films. And in this one, he was
and
a big
so
letdown.
excited,
I was
right?
so excited. It was finally going to be in one of the new films. And then it was...
I feel so bad for you, because it was like your inner child finally coming out and it got crushed.
Yeah, pretty much.
It got completely
this is
crushed.
Why I don't
That's
show
it, you
emotion.
have like no inner child left.
This is why I never show emotion.
I know. That is it. That's so true. I'll pick up the pieces, Annie. I'll put you back together. It's okay.
I was impressed with the girl's performance. The young girl. Forget her name now. Off the top of my head.
She did all right. But what bugged me is there's no chemistry between Mark and her. She did okay.
I can agree with that.
But it just didn't go. It was, I don't know.
I never thought about it at the time because in my eyes they were strangers. They both aren't fond of.
It's just the way. Yeah, it's just the.
But no, you got a point.
Interaction, the initial interaction, it was just so bizarre. It was so rude. It was so, like, I didn't get it. And then throughout the whole thing, it just didn't. I didn't feel like they really cared for each other. I don't know. It was such a rushed thing. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? If that's supposed to be the new love interest, then it's really not working.
I said the young girl.
Oh, she did really well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She done really well and was believable, her character.
She did really well.
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins, when I was making a note about him, I just wrote Anthony Hopkins, oh dear.
Oh, I wrote...
It was such a shame to see him do this.
He's he was such a brilliant actor. Alas, he has taken a role that has ruined his career.
The thing is...
it's
not ruined his career, it's still Anthony Hopkins.
Why? Lost all respect as an actor. How did he get roped into this? That's literally what I wrote. I can't believe it.
I can imagine he wanted a fun role or something like that.
Oh, it was awful.
But this was totally wrong.
So bad. If you're an Anthony Hopkins lover, like, if you think, I'm sorry, you will probably get a bit disappointed watching him in this. It was just so bad.
The characters, I made a couple of notes. Characters had some dodgy one-liners that were completely unneeded. Yeah. And even Prime. Well, why does Prime need Optimus Prime? Why does he need one line at the end of doing stuff? And the villain. Last comment on casting characters. Villain, a bit of a letdown. Bit naff. The main one.
Who was it again? Oh yeah. Oh, that's bad. If I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Well, that's the thing. It's not a big part. It's a little bit at the beginning, a little bit in the middle, a little bit at the end. It's like you don't really get much of the character.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Looking back at it and thinking about it, it does just seem like maybe it's setting up. It's set up now for the next film. If the next one's really good, and this is all then the justifiable reason for it, then okay, fair enough. But as a film standing on its own right now, and we're up in the air waiting for the next one, and not sure what's going to happen, it is a bit of a letdown. Alien Covenant improved from Prometheus for me.
Yeah.
I think
that's true.
Prometheus I wasn't fond of. Alien Covenant, watch that. Now I have a bit more liking towards Prometheus. Don't know if Transformers is going to be able to do the same thing. I don't know
either. And I was thinking of, when we saw Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 and then Part 2. Part 1 was very story based, so you didn't, you think, oh, we've seen 1, we've seen 2, now we're seeing the 3rd, but it's in the first part sort of thing.
Yeah, it was set up
and it was and it was setting it all up. So it was not an awful film, but you're like, oh, where was this? Where was that? And then you got the 4th bit, and then it made sense. I can't say
the 4th one made that film better though, but
I thought it did all right. Well, that's another story. Let's not even get into that. But anyway, I do still have a few more notes for casting characters. I got Squeaks is so freaking cute. He's so cute. I love him. I will take him home. Be part of the family with like BB-8 and everyone. I've just got a thing for cute little robots. And you know, like there's like the crazy cat lady who will like take in all the strays. I will be taking in all the little robots.
Yes,
that's literally me. Anyway, and then I wrote, "What on earth? So many continuity issues. Supposed to be."
Oh yeah, I made those notes.
Yes.
I didn't want to mention it because I can't mention it without spoiling it. But
I'm not spoiling any. Well, I hope I'm not spoiling anything. But it's supposed to be really bad and hardcore, and just gets beaten up like that. It just, it just made no sense. I'm so confused.
Inconsistencies, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so confused. Okay, that is my section on that. So, randoms.
I'm annoyed that the trailers did seem to spoil a few bits.
Oh, yeah.
Some good bits as well. There's some bits in the trailer that doesn't need to be in there. It's a Transformers film. It's the 5th film of a series. You're going to go see it if you want to go see it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need to spoil it.
The thing is, there were different versions of the trailer, and it was like the week right before it was released or whatever, we saw that latest version of the trailer that had the massive spoiler in it. Yeah. We both immediately just went, it's like straight away, because we knew that was a spoiler.
The film did seem a little anti-English. I don't know what Michael Bay thinks about English people, but it did seem like he was insulting us a lot.
I know. And considering a lot of it was based in England, it's like, dude, you're going to have to get over it.
Yeah, there were a lot of stupid choices for the film, though.
Yeah. I think the first one is still my favourite. I don't know. I think...
That's a fair statement.
It's just one of those, it's like, it's new, it's fresh, they've just turned up and and I don't know, like the first one really worked for me. I really liked the first one. I felt for them, I felt for the situation.
I'd happily watch the first one.
Yeah. And there is a credit scene. It's kind of like it's not a mid or end or start credit scene. It's literally as the credits are rolling, you've got a scene. So just sit there, stay tuned, find out more. And I think I've mentioned everything. So
I've got a note about the sound. They had some good use of sound and silence. But then that comes back to like the CGI and stuff. The sound was good during action and stuff. And then when there was a dramatic moment or two, the silence was really well done. But nothing overly mentionable. You
know, like with the latest Pirates of the Caribbean we went to go see, and one of the main things for me was always the soundtrack for every single film, and I think I pretty much had them apart from the last film, and then obviously this newest one that came out. Yeah. And same with Transformers. I think I bought the soundtrack for the first film. It's just so impactful and amazing.
I think
and here it was like I have no notes about music or anything like that.
I think the ones that we've enjoyed had Linkin Park related
there's there's also the actual, it's not just the songs by artists, it's the actual score, like the instrument, like it was so good. And I have zilch on this film. I don't even remember if they had music. It's probably just gunshots. So no notes on that one. It is time for the rate, I do believe.
My last note.
Oh, you have another note?
My last random is I'm quite sad as I wanted to like it.
Oh, I know. I did as well, though. Don't think that I'm just going in literally tearing everything to pieces at the moment. I really honestly did want it to do good. I was telling everyone, I hope it's good, I hope it's good. And people were like, meh. Well, you'll know it when you'll see it. And yeah, I really... It is a shame. A massive shame. But... For those of you that are willing to go check this film out, we will get into the rating, I promise you. This is the first film that came out in our local Cineworld in Basildon in the brand spanking new 4DX screen. Yes, we actually have one of those now. How lucky are we? Oh,
we have the best one.
It's
the first one. Was it in the UK or ever?
Is it? No, I don't think it's in the UK. Oh, with
snow.
Okay, we'll get to the snow.
That's why it's the best one.
But if you are considering going to go see this film, and you're in Basildon, if you're popping by, why not go check it out in 4DX? Because you're gonna get literally like experience it in a whole new way. The seats move, they rumble, they tilt, you get sprayed with water. There's like loads that goes on. So by all means, if you want to have that proper sort of immersive, I guess, experience. I mean, there was IMAX. And then there's now 4DX. So just don't go in on a full stomach, maybe.
The thing is, I was a little bit skeptic. I didn't think it was going to really be a worthwhile thing, sort of thing. I thought about it and I thought, nah, I'll experience it. Now, we saw a film in there recently.
Yes, which we will do in
I really think
review.
It was improved.
Yes.
Actually, the whole experience was improved because of the 4DX stuff.
Exactly.
So, yeah, definitely give it a try. If you're skeptic like I was.
Yeah.
Just do it. It's worth it.
We didn't see Transformers we got a little taster.
Yeah, we tasted it.
We had a little taster, but we have seen a different film in 4DX, so that's why we kind of know what to expect. So again, like I said, if you do want to check this film out, just put in a bit more for your ticket and then go try it in 4DX and get a whole new experience seeing a film in the cinema and see how you like it. Let us know what you think.
I'm surprised in how much I'm recommending it now, because
I
was a little bit skeptic, but it's changed.
And I will
really good experience.
I'll let you know in this upcoming review for the 4DX, because we're coming from someone who can easily get like a dodgy belly on these sort of things.
Not me.
Me, yeah. And I was really concerned. I thought, I'm not going to survive this. But I'll let you know in the upcoming review what actually happened. So stay tuned for more. But for now, let's get into the rating for this film, Andy. Oh, I don't know what to give it. You go first. I'm so stuck.
I'm not going to give it a high score, but I don't want to give it as low as Baywatch.
Oh no, yeah. I was always thinking 5. It's like 4 or 5. That's where I'm stuck right now. What do you want to give it?
What did I give Baywatch? 3?
I don't know. I gave it a 3. Did you give it a 2? No, I don't think you gave it a 2.
I'll say 4 for this. Okay,
I'll go 5, just because I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna go 5.
I didn't enjoy the film tremendously much. The CGI I loved.
Yeah.
And the action was good.
Yeah, maybe I'm rating it too high. I don't know.
I could be biased because of the whole Hot Rod character thing. My childhood's been a bit ruined. Thanks, Michael Bay. You know, you
has no inner child left.
Yeah.
You killed whatever was left.
I was so excited.
I waited 10 years to see that, and you killed it.
Yeah.
He's a mess right now. I have to. He's all internal. Like, I have to go sort him out now. I'll make you a coffee.
I'm just sitting here shaking my head.
Right. Okay. I'll go put like the cartoons on, and hopefully you'll be happy again.
Can I watch the film?
What, the first one? Oh, I don't know that one.
I know, so I want to watch it. I want to show you how good Hot Rod was.
Edward. Sometimes
Shakes fist.
I really sometimes wish we were recording this with cameras. The rating it has actually gotten is a 5.3, so average. You love it, hate it. It's like Marmite, I guess. Whatever mood you're in for Marmite. I love Marmite. This is not for me, Marmite, though. It's just such a random thing to compare it to now. Anyway, that's it for now.
This is avocado. You either like it or really don't.
Or there's Andy's reaction to avocado. Or my mum's reaction to avocado, which is actually wasabi. Well done, Mum. That's a whole nother story. You can check out my social media for that story. That was absolutely hilarious. But anyway, till next time, see you later.
Bye.
Thanks to Cineworld Festival Leisure Park Basildon for the best experience around.